Good morning, students. This is Neermagupta from Gardenia Public School, your computer teacher. I welcome you all to online classes conducted by Gardenia Public School. Students, today I am going to teach you about computational thinking. Computational thinking is a process that helps us to solve the given problem. So let us know about computational thinking and its key components by watching this video.
Let us learn about the basic concepts of computational thinking. Aryan is a class 6 student who wants to plant a large number of trees to make his large colony green again after a significant amount of tree cutting was done to widen the roads. He wants to plant 2,000 trees, for which he needs a large number of seedlings. His budget is limited and he cannot afford to buy so many seedlings. After consulting with some conservation experts and online research, he concludes that seedlings can be grown at home at a lesser cost. He first breaks this massive task into smaller ones, studies each subtask individually, and works a stepwise solution for each task. As a result, Aryan succeeds in getting 1,000 new trees planted, and his colony is now green again. How does Aryan accomplish this task successfully in spite of being new to it? He does it by using a technique called computational thinking. First, let's learn what is computational thinking. Computational thinking is a thought process that teaches us how to solve complex real-world problems in such a way that a human or a computer can effectively carry these out. It is a fundamental skill for everyone, not just for computer scientists. It involves solving problems by following the concepts necessary for computer science, which includes logical reasoning, devising step-by-step solutions, and designing systems. Students, let us know about components of computational thinking. There are 5 key components of computational thinking. Analysis. Analysis is the process of understanding the problem and conditions and defining the goals. Decomposition. Breaking down a large problem into smaller parts which are easier to understand is called decomposition. The smaller parts can be examined closely and solved individually. Pattern recognition. Observing patterns, trends and similarities in the data is known as pattern recognition. When you discover patterns, it becomes easier to make predictions and create rules to solve other problems. Abstraction. Abstraction is the process of filtering out details or components of the problem to focus on the relevant ones. Algorithm design. It is the process of developing a list of steps that we can follow to finish the task. Let us understand how the above discussed problem is solved by using the elements of computational thinking. Students, let's talk about analyzing. Aryan analyzes the problem well in advance when a lot many trees are being cut. He learns or senses that the environment is getting polluted, so he needs to plant more seedlings with the help of more persons around his neighborhood to make a green environment. Here the problem is, the environment is getting polluted and the goal is to purify the environment. Students, now let's see decomposition. Decomposition makes the task more manageable. Here, Aryan breaks down the task of planting a large number of seedlings into the following steps to make the job more organized. Find donors for contributing to the expenses. Collect seedlings and seeds from various sources. Arrange for nursery bags or containers. Organize soil, compost and natural pesticide. Bagging of seeds or seedlings. Nurture the seedlings until they are ready for plantation with adequate water. Convincing colony people to plant the seedlings around their homes and nurture them. Students, let us understand pattern recognition. What are the patterns? Imagine that we want to make a drawing of different kinds of birds. Since all birds share some common characteristics, like they all have eyes, beaks and wings, so we can quickly draw a bird by including these standard features. In computational thinking, these standard characteristics constitute patterns. In the earlier example of the making seedlings, Aryan searches on the internet and talks to experts who have already made seedlings in a large quantity. He recognizes similarities between his goal and an existing procedure that experts have followed. Patterns exist among different problems and within the individual issues. We need to look for both. Patterns make our tasks more manageable because they help us to make predictions and use the same techniques that have been proven to solve similar problems in the past. Students, let us find out about abstraction. Abstraction focuses on essential features and avoids unnecessary complexity. As in the above example, while searching on the internet and talking to experts, Aryan gets various inputs and then finds the solution that seedlings can be planted at home at a lesser cost. Students, now let's talk about algorithm. An algorithm employs logical thinking to develop a step-by-step strategy to solve any problem. It involves bringing all of the above elements together to design a solution. One algorithm can be applied to solve multiple problems with a similar pattern. The algorithms can be represented in the form of a flow chart or plain English text. In computer science, this algorithm can be converted into a program using a computer language. Aryan makes the following algorithm to accomplish his task of preparing low-cost saplings. Collecting seeds and saplings. During the monsoon season, many seeds can be found fallen under trees. Also, newly sprouted seedlings can be collected from under the trees, which germinate from the seeds that had fallen and grow naturally. The seeds and saplings can be obtained, making sure that the saplings collected have their roots intact. Making sapling containers. Nursery bags can be acquired from local nurseries. Alternatively, plastic bottles can be recycled into making saplings containers by slicing them in the middle and making small holes for excess water to drain out. Coconut shells can also be used as bags for smaller plants. Making the mix needed for nursery bags. Compost can be obtained from nurseries. Kitchen waste mixed with dry leaves or sawdust can also be used to make compost in a couple of months by keeping it in a container and mixing it to aerate it regularly. This can be mixed along with soil and coconut husk shreds from temple offerings to create the mixture required for bagging the saplings. Grounded neem seeds make a natural pesticide and can be added to the mix to help seedlings survive longer. Bagging of seeds or saplings. For the saplings, the bags are partially filled with the mixture. First, saplings are inserted in the bags and then the bags are filled till the roots are covered with the mixture. For the seeds, first the bag is filled with the mixture, then the seeds are placed at around 1 inch deep from the surface of the bag. Nurturing of saplings. The sapling bags are then kept in an area which had the right mix of rain, shade and sunlight to help them grow to a 2 to 3 feet height before they could be planted in the ground. The saplings are sprayed periodically with a natural pesticide which can be made at home with diluted cow urine and ingredients like garlic and ginger. It takes about 8 to 10 months for this process to complete. Planting. Once the saplings have grown to the appropriate height, they can be planted in the ground. Students know the fact that Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi was a Persian scholar who produced works in mathematics and astronomy. He is known as the father of algorithm. A flowchart is a type of diagram that represents an algorithm and its workflow. This diagrammatic representation illustrates a solution to a given problem. The problem discussed here can be understood with the help of the following flowchart. Start. Collect seeds and saplings. Prepare or buy containers. Prepare the mix. Is it a seed or sapling? If it is seed, insert the seed an inch below the soil surface. If it is a sapling, insert the saplings in such a way that the roots lie below the soil. Nurturing, planting, stop. Students, let's know more that flowcharts use rectangles, ovals, diamonds, and several other shapes to define the types of steps, along with connecting arrows to define the flow and sequence of the process.